Welcome to Magnanimous Monday. This is National Sales Director Kimberly Copeland, and I'm so excited to be speaking to you today in my sister's replacement just while she is recouping from having baby Beckham. She had baby Beckham just 1 week ago, so it has been a busy week, and I can tell you we had a busy week in our family for sure. My oldest, I have 4 children, and my oldest just graduated officially from college at the University of Mississippi. So we just drove in from a little over 7-hour drive from Mississippi and are getting all settled, ready for our week. And actually, I am packing for the National Sales Director trip. And I know many of you are working on earning that Mary Kay cruise. And I just want to encourage you and tell you, y'all, go over, around, under, and through to get it done. Because when you get to travel with Mary Kay, it is just an over-the-moon experience like none other. And as I'm getting all of my clothes laid out on my bed and I'm looking at everything and going through the itinerary, and my husband and I do a pre-trip and post-trip that we just pay for and go on as well, because why not when you're already on a trip and getting a free trip? And, just thinking about when I first started my business, and I really want to paint this picture because I wasn't a traveler. I had no interest in being a traveler. I mean, really, on my goal poster was to take my oldest 2 children, who were 9 months and 3 at the time, to Disney. And I really thought if I could accomplish earning enough money to go on a Disney vacation, like I had really accomplished something. I mean, that was my mindset, that I was going to have really done something if I got to take Walk and Wave to Disney World. Now I look back, I think we've been to Disney, we counted, since I started Mary Kay, we've been to Disney 17 times. So I could just be going to Disney, y'all, and I would be just as excited. I'm just a kid at heart for sure. But as I earned the top director trip and went on the top director trip, then I became a national, and I've been going on national trips now. I think this is my 16th year, I believe. This is my 16th. So I've been all over the world, all expenses paid. And I really pinch myself. I don't tell you that to brag. I tell you that to go, you may be somebody on this call thinking, I don't even like to travel, because that's how I was. I'm like, I don't want to go on those trips. I don't want to go overseas. I'm scared. I don't even think I would like it. And as I started going and I started seeing perspectives of all different types of people, all different ways that people live, it really changed my view of my own world. And I'll be honest, I've always been an extremely grateful person, but it put even more of a grateful heart in me of, for one, the square footage that we get to live in the U.S., and just so many things that are just normal, everyday conveniences for us are sheer luxuries when you go overseas. And so I'm just, feeling once again over the moon blessed and over the moon excited once again about this opportunity. And I just want more people to join us in this position. This company needs more national sales directors. So, y'all, I can tell you there's not a better thing out there. You can look right, you can look left. People may try to sell you on it for a short time. I can tell you that there is no company that gives the rewards like our company. This is my opinion. And there is no company that really treats their people and their sales force the way our company does, and with the type of luxuries that are available, y'all, to every single one of you. Because I can tell you, I came in and I was 23 years old with 2 little babies and worked this business around babies, around a very hectic lifestyle at that point in my life. I wasn't in an abusive situation I was trying to get out of. And so there was so much chaos going on, but I learned how to manage the chaos and stay focused on the work and put my blinders on. And what I mean by that is not get distracted. And I think today people are so easily distracted by so many promises and things that other whatever say that can happen for them, other companies, other things, and even seeing people buy into that. I mean, that is disheartening for me because I know what is so available. Y'all, if you'll just get your head down, tail up, and dog after this Mary Kay thing. Y'all, this works when you work. And I've seen it tried and true. And so just keep dogging after this, and you will see amazing, great things for yourself. But back when I was 23, I just needed money. I needed to make money. And so I was willing to do what other people wouldn't do because I had to make money. I had to treat this like it was a job. And so, my first year, I became a sales director, and I earned my very first Cadillac. I actually earned 3 cars that first year. And people ask me all the time, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? I did it by doing faces, y'all. It's faces and marketing. Chasing those faces is what takes you to places. And then my daughter, now here we are full circle, when she turned 18, signed up, and she did the exact same thing, but did it even quicker than I did. And people ask her all the time, how did you do it? It was chasing those faces. It was dogging after it. It was head down, tail up, going to work day in, day out. And if something canceled, rebooking it. And so just getting in that mindset, y'all, of I'm going to work at this. I'm going to make this work. I know this is the best thing out there. And then believe that with your whole heart. And I can tell you, my family believes that with our whole heart, that there is nothing else as good as this. And I can promise you there's not. And, then my second year, I did build 10 sales directors, 10 offspring. And, y'all, it can be done even in today's time, but it did take hard work, and it did take being in the field with my leaders and teaching them how to sell this product, number one. That step can never be skipped. And then showing them how to share this opportunity. And when I just got passionate about leading women and helping people reach their goal and making sure they came to every single company event, y'all, my life started to change because their lives were changing. And that very first trip that I earned, because I really want to focus on the trips, because I want all of you that are listening to earn that cruise. That changed my mindset and shifted my thinking as I would travel abroad, which I can promise you this country girl would have never done, and to this day would never do if I wasn't doing it with Mary Kay. But I just started to see the bigger picture, and then I went home and I rolled my sleeves up, and I became a national sales director. It was actually 13 months after that top director trip. So, y'all, I don't know where you are on the career path, but you are a decision away from putting your own national area together. But it's going to start with earning that cruise and building the teams that you need to build personally so you have the people to run with on the back end once you get that cruise earned. So I really want to empower you ladies. Figure it out how you're going to earn that cruise. Get it charted out. Okay, how are you getting your 3,600 in? That's about 40 faces. If you see 40 faces, I truly believe with a great power party that you can have your wholesale in. So that would be done. And then if you see 40 faces and you market 40 people, I just truly believe that's 10 recruits. I really believe that would be 10 team members on your team. I just believe that if you market them correctly. And it may not be right up front. It may not be right at the party, right at the show. But if you do share the opportunity, you do get several ways of sharing the opportunity in front of them. Then set eyeball to eyeball, knee to knee, face to face with them. It's going to happen. And you bring everything right there and show them why they want to do it right now as we're approaching into summer. And so I can tell y'all that's how I built a national area. It was at Starbucks, seeing those faces. It was in their home, seeing the faces. It was in my home, seeing the faces. And then sharing marketing with every single solitary person. And ladies, you can do it too, but it's going to start with you finishing up qualifying for this cruise, I can promise you. So as I'm packing and as I'm thinking about, oh my goodness, the life that I feel so privy to live every single day. But I know the privilege came with a price. And the price was doing the work. I don't know, my family has been doing a really fun vlog just for fun on YouTube, and it's called Real Life with the Copelands. And I don't know if some of y'all have watched it, but one of my latest vlogs was behind the scenes, me coming home late at night from a party. Yes, I'm a national. I still come home late at night sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And I just really talk about the grind. I would challenge you to go watch that. You know, and I've got several others that are behind the scenes of me working. But what I know is I actually love that part of what we do. And I embrace that part of what we do where other people feel, oh, it's so miserable, I'm going home late at night. I find that time to do productive things. I find that time to do things that will benefit my life, benefit my relationships, benefit my future. And so instead of dreading the grind, I actually look forward to the grind. And so I think it's all in a mind shift of what do you think about for your own life? What do you see for your own life? And then walking it out day in, day out, and putting the action behind the words. You know, I have a hashtag that I use and I've used for years, and it's don't talk about it, be about it. And I think too many people are talking about what they're going to do. They're, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I'm not saying don't speak your vision. Absolutely speak it. But don't just talk about it. Actually be about it. Actually do the work. Actually go on the trip. Don't just use the hashtag I'm going on the trip. Earn the darn trip. Don't just say I'm going to be a national sales director. Become one. How do you become one? By doing the work, being in the field, chasing the faces, doing the marketing, leading other people, showing other people exactly how to do it too, and multiplying yourself. That's how you do it. And I can just tell you, if you want to know the life you get to have as a national, look at any national on social media. Look at anybody's page. Look at anybody's life that is awesome enough to show you their life. That's one reason I just felt so compelled to do this vlog, as I saw more and more people just celebrating the lifestyle that you really can have. And y'all, the vlog I'm doing is all about showing people this is the life I get to live. And you can see it, but not just that. You can have it too. It's not just for me. It's not just for my mama who just retired from being a national. It's not just for my sister who's a top director. It's not just for my daughter who's a top director, Cadillac sales director. It's not just for the other nationals. Y'all, we were all in your place at one time, but we had a vision, but we didn't just talk about it. We learned to be about it. And so if you want to be about it, the first step is being on that cruise ship. The first step is seeing the faces. You know, May is one of my favorite months to challenge people to do a 20-class month. And Mary Kay Ash always taught that. And she used to throw that challenge out there in May because it was the birthday month. So, y'all, are you putting it out there? Are you saying, you know what, I'm going to earn this, and I'm going to do it by seeing the people. And how am I going to see the people? By having 20 shows, 20 parties, 20 classes. I don't care what you call them. But just get in front of the people. And when you do, the results are going to come. So, y'all, I don't know about you, but I want to continue to live the life that I've designed. And I know that you can live a life that you choose to design. And that is great as any of our lives. You may, some people watch my blog and go, oh my gosh, your life's crazy. I would never watch your life. You're so busy. You're here. You're there. That's what I love. You may look at another national and think, oh my gosh, she gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I would never want to do that. Y'all, here's the cool thing. You don't have to be any of us. You don't have to have our lives. You can look at our life and see which bits and pieces you would want in your life, but you design your own life and what that looks like. If you want to work out every day, all day, and that's the life you design, more power to you. Go do it. Design it. Design a life where you work a little, work out a little, work a little, work out a little. If you want to be at all your kids' activities the way I do my life, and you see the way that I weave this in, and I'm at a school function, and then I run from there, and I'm doing a marketing at Starbucks, and that's really what I've painted with my blog, is where you see how it's all woven in. But some people think, oh, I'd rather just go to work all one day and not do that. Here is the cool thing. You get to decide. You get to pick. You don't have to live my life. You get to live your life. But if you're waking up every morning and you're wishing you had somebody else's life, that's where we've got to fix it. You've got to say, God, show me the vision for my life. Pray for that. Believe that if God put a dream on your heart, He has the way to show you to make it come to pass. And I just know if you have any kind of dream, that it doesn't mean quit doing if it's not here yet. What God has called you to, you may have to work harder at it than you thought it was going to take. It may take longer. It may be harder than you thought. But don't quit just because it's hard. Anything worthwhile is going to be hard to do. I have an incredible marriage, but it's hard. I work at it. I can tell you I dog after it every day, head down, tail up, because it's important to me, because it's what I know God has called me to do. I have amazing children, but I can tell you it's come with a whole lot of correcting them. It's come from a whole lot of day in, day out. No, don't do that. No, don't speak that way. No, you're being disrespectful. No, we don't have children that say things like that. I don't want things like that coming out of your mouth. Is it easy? No. Would it be easier to ignore little things? Absolutely. But here's the thing. Every little thing becomes a big thing, good and bad. When you take care of the little things, the big things take care of themselves. And I'm living a life with grown children who are productive, successful, that love the Lord, that I have amazing relationships with because I've worked at it. I'm living a life with an incredible business, a productive business, a lucrative business, a business I wanted my 18-year-old daughter to get in and sink her whole life into, because I've done it head down, tail up, and worked hard. And I've done the little things. And when the wall crumbles down and people say, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm going to go do something else, I go find new ones that want to keep doing it. And then with the seasoned ones that I love and are sticking with it and aren't quitting, I'm still helping them. I'm still guiding them. I'm still breathing belief into them. And I'm not quitting on them, even when sometimes people want to quit on themselves. So, ladies, here is the deal. Here is the deal. I feel like I'm probably as real as they come, is to have this great life, and it's available. Whether you've been in this company one day or 40, 50 years, it is available. But it does take a focus. It does take an effort. It does take saying, I'm going to get through the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm going to take care of the little things so I can have the big things. So, y'all, thank you so much for having me on the call tonight. I am just so honored that Krystal asked me to do this, and she's doing great. The baby's doing great. But thank y'all for taking the time to listen. And I can tell you, if a little 23-year-old kid can build a national area in extreme circumstances like I did, and then over and over throughout the course of my business, pick up and rebuild it again, because sometimes we got to pick up and rebuild again. I'm just telling y'all. I don't know where you are in your business, but there have been times that I had to go build another national area and another national area. But I've been always willing to do what I needed to do in the season that I needed to do it. And when you get that mindset that I've never arrived, I'm never too big to be in the field, it's humbling to sometimes be at parties. It's humbling sometimes when you've been at the top to go back and start again. But I can tell you when you do it, it is not only humbling, but it is some of the most rewarding work you'll ever do when you get to love on people that have had a hard day, when you get to meet somebody who's had similar circumstances to you, when you get to meet people that are excited about this product, excited about this opportunity. If you've lost any excitement or any hope, I want to challenge you to get in the field. Go meet some people that haven't yet tried this product, and you see how our product makes them so excited, and your attitude will change. I can guarantee you. So thank y'all for having me on. This is, again, National Sales Director Kimberly Copeland, and I am Krystal Hunsucker's big sister and her National Sales Director. And thank y'all so much for listening today. And I just want y'all to know that I believe in every one of you. I want y'all on that boat. I want y'all on that ship. But most of all, I want what the lifestyle, that just that kickstart, that's just going to be a kickstart, y'all. That's not going to design your life forever. That's just going to get you on the boat. But doing that legwork that it takes to get on the boat, and then go help some other people get on the boat, and then help some other people be directors, that's what's going to start your ball rolling in the direction of having the life you love, designing the life you love, and living the life you love. And it's your life, not mine, not anybody else's. You get to decide. Thank y'all so much again for having me on the call this Monday. I just know you, whoever's listening to this call, I've already prayed over you. I'm believing God's blessings for you. I'm believing that God is going to direct your steps, that you will be the right ladies or the right men at the right place at the right time for the right things to happen in your business and in your life. And just as your wheels hit the parking lot today, maybe you're driving down the road, I'm believing that your miracle is on the way, that God is directing you right to that miracle. So let's get to work and do what it takes. And what it takes is faces. And what it takes is marketing, but getting them done so you don't miss that boat. I love you, and I believe in every single one of you. Thank y'all so much for being on today.